Okay, it is saying that we're live. Let me see. This is an emergency broadcast. Usually when I say it's an emergency broadcast, it really isn't. But this is. Steve was having some technical difficulties over at Little Treasury, so we decided that I would do a broadcast and he would Skype in. So we'll see. We'll see if this works. I was actually, to tell you the truth, as Archie would say, I have to be honest with you. I was relaxing in the theater room, waiting for the broadcast to start. I was going to watch it, I had my popcorn and everything, and I was going to watch the broadcast. And, you know, I'm here in my casual clothes. I haven't even shaved today. And unfortunately, Steve had technical difficulties with the Teradek Video Pro streaming device. And so I've got one camera hooked up here. I'm wearing the titanium stunner. I don't have the camera on the bench over there, so I can't show you the 9F stunner. But hopefully, momentarily, Steve will be Skyping in, and he can show what he was going to show in his live stream. So that's hopefully what we are going to do. And to give you an update, by the way, we had a wonderful photo shoot, Brianna and I, yesterday, and we spent the whole evening working here and setting up her laptop, her MacBook Air. Got that all set up, and then this morning we worked on editing a video, and we went ahead and I uploaded one video here to my channel, and she's going to be editing some more videos. So stay tuned for some more content coming from the lovely Brianna. And she's, by the way, there's a bunch of photos up on my Flickr if you want to take a look at those also on my Flickr. I'm just waiting here for Steve to call in. And I see there's some people watching right now. Go ahead and let me know in the chat if everything seems copacetic here. And again, our fingers are crossed that Steve will be Skyping in here momentarily and be able to show. There we go. Speak of the devil. Click on that. Get my headphones here so that I can make sure we've got audio. Okay, Steve, you got to turn on your camera. Skype needs to see the feed.
Okay, I got to select the camera.
Yeah, and then I'll be able to cut over to you.
Okay,
I'm hearing your audio wall-to-wall, treetop tall. You sound great.
Okay, good.
And folks, if you can let us know in the chat if his audio sounds okay on your end. Go ahead and keep talking, Steve, so they can...
Okay, I'm here. And hoping my cam link's going to work.
Yep. So we've got Steve coming in via Skype, and this should work out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got good bandwidth there, so we should get good quality. Now I've got a black screen, so make sure your camera, whatever camera is selected, and I'll cut to you when we've got all this sorted out. Right now I've got camera 1. Oh, there we go. I got you now, Steve.
Oh, okay, great.
I've got you on camera. I'm going to go ahead and switch to that camera 4.
Sure.
So you're live on the air, and you got your Electro Voice mic there in the foreground. That's a professional ENG style microphone that Steve's using. So if you ever want to check out best practices, check out the gear that Steve uses. And just
when it works, folks, when it works.
Just use that.
Our video threw us for a loop today. So, okay, so we've got a couple of interesting things going on. I was going to talk briefly about distressed watches, but I think it's more of a distressed show. We'll get to those later. But I have a little scoop from Grand Seiko that I want to share. We often are asked about the servicing of our Grand Seiko watches. And I have in front of me an advance copy that has not been distributed yet to other dealers, and I'm going to share some of it with you.
So this is
Uh,
breaking news here on the channel.
it is breaking news, so it was worth getting the emergency show cranked up, I
There you
think.
go, folks.
Craig? No?
Breaking news. You hear it here first, and you can go ahead and share this in all the forums and so forth, and you'll be the first
Okay.
one.
Okay, so here's what they're doing. They've just announced something they call the Grand Seiko Complete Service. And they are going to offer a servicing that includes what they call a light polish. And it's end quote, a service to burnish the surface of a watch case and metal band. And it's in combination with having your watch service. So this is not a warranty service, but when you send the watch in for an overhaul.
Yep.
So it's in conjunction with movement repair / overhaul, and it is not provided with anything that has precious stones or diamonds, and watches with the unusual calibers. The list will be published of that, but the core that we sell that will be covered, and it will apply both to stainless steel and titanium. So
Any
that's a good.
pricing? Any pricing?
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it covers the surface of the watch case, um, outer surface of the metal band, except for the lion mark, and it's not carried out on crown, push buttons, or case back, and so again, it's not carried out on in warranty servicing. So, and I think this is the first time this has been published. This complete service for 9F is, and let me first preface it with that it does not include non-movement parts. Okay, and there may be freight and insurance costs over and above, and it does not apply to the chronograph, the spring drive chronograph movement,
Okay.
which must go to Japan, and it's effective November 1st, and approximately 1 month turnaround time, which is not bad.
No, not bad.
And okay, so now to the prices. 9F, 425, $425.
Okay.
9S, $525, and 9R, $570. And I think that's a little more reasonable than most folks were
That's
anticipating.
definitely more reasonable than Rolex, I think, servicing costs, from what I've
Sure it
heard.
is. Okay, so these will be performed for the most part in the U.S. Grand Seiko now has 2 trained service technicians in their Mahwah facility.
In New Jersey, right?
Yes, and yeah, Mahwah, New Jersey.
Okay.
And they will also work on other watches because there's not the volume yet of Grand Seiko servicing. We've had
Well, Grand Seikos rarely need service, to tell the truth. I mean, they're so robust, so well made, that they'll literally go decades without any issues whatsoever. So it'll probably be a while before they're really busy with Grand Seiko watches. So they'll probably be doing some Rolexes, right? They do a
well,
Rolex for
I,
it?
I don't know about Rolex, but they'll do other Seiko brand watches.
Okay.
But if there's a Grand Seiko, it takes priority, goes to the top of the queue with
Absolutely.
these folks. So anyway, these people are trained up to do everything but the spring drive chronograph.
Okay, we got a question in the chat. What is the service interval? Before Steve answers that, I'll give you my recommendation, which is not official. I'm planning on wearing my titanium stunner, my 231, for probably 2 decades before I have any servicing done. So that's 20 years for those of you who have a little bit of a challenge with 2 decades. So the bottom line is these are so robust, and because they don't have a typical escapement mechanism, they will go a lot longer than a typical auto wind watch on servicing. And there are a lot of comments in various forums from people that have had these watches for like 15 years. They've been out 15 or 20 years so far, the spring drive, and
Yeah.
they've been extremely robust. So I think really to take advantage of this service that Steve is talking about is going to be an unusual situation where you might need this, but it's good to know that it's available, and it's good to know that the prices are reasonable.
Well, especially since it includes the light finishing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of us, myself included, with the Grand Seiko, might have marked it a bit and would be happy to, after a few years, have it serviced. And of course, Craig has expressed his own opinion. I'm sure that Grand Seiko at some point is going to be adding their recommendation. I don't
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
they would love to have it come on in. Come on in, have it
Uh,
serviced.
I don't think they're designed to be failing at a predetermined service interval, Craig.
No, but
So,
I mean, there's certain things that you want to do.
mhm,
Like if you own an automobile, right? You want to keep clean oil in it, right? But in some cases, all the recommendations that they make of all the things that you should be doing at certain intervals, like for example, you're supposed to be replacing your struts every 50,000 miles, right? But they'll go well over 100,000 miles usually without any real problem. So all these manufacturers err on the side of caution, obviously. They want you to take care of these things and have them serviced. And all I'm saying is everything I've read about the spring drive is it's extremely robust, and I don't think you have to have it serviced every 5 years or every 3 years, whatever the
right.
recommendation is. I just don't think so. I mean, of course, I'm not speaking for this is my opinion,
Hmm.
and I we'll find out because I'm going to be wearing this one, and we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll see if it fails, and if it fails,
Right.
then the people on the channel here will be the first to know. Trust me,
Hmm.
they'll be the first to know. But I don't anticipate that it will fail. I think it's going to be bulletproof, reliable for many, many years. And the 9F is the same way. That's an extremely robust movement, maybe even more robust than the spring drive. They're literally engineered to last 50 years. So that little puppy there, you take it in and
Hmm.
change the battery. So let's see. We got another question. What's your favorite watch in the price points of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000?
For me,
Yeah, I guess.
oh boy,
So starting at 1,000.
1,000. I might choose. This will be a little odd, but I'll probably pick up a G-Shock in the $600-700 range.
One of those stainless steel ones.
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Sure.
Can you buy one?
Or I'm
Can
gonna
you
show.
can you buy one of those for that
I'll show it
price?
right now. This is $1,000, and let me cut over to it.
Okay.
This gets us into the other discussion
Mm-hmm.
category. I know this is dark.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Let me brighten that up if I can a little bit. Um, this is a G-Shock with the uh, distressed case. This is part of what we're going to talk about a little bit. Can you
Okay.
can you, can you see that? So that's $1,000. It's a very cool watch. So
Now, what is
something like
that? What is
this.
that made of?
It's steel,
Okay.
but uh, are you seeing it all, the texture on it?
Kind of. That's not
Yeah, well, let me, I have another
reproducing.
shot of it, and let me put that up.
Yeah, it is kind of dark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, we can see it a little bit more. So it almost
yeah.
looks like it's designed to look like it's already pre-aged.
Well, that's what my discussion of distressed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it is, and they charge a bit of a premium on that, but I think it's a cool watch, and something like this probably.
Well, you pay a premium to buy those jeans that are all cut up too.
Sure.
Yeah.
So same idea,
Yeah.
and yeah, here's a head-on
Now,
shot.
are they pretty heavy duty though? Pretty robust, just like any G-Shock?
Extremely, extremely robust. This is
So that finish will hold up and all, and
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a very substantial piece, and this is around is exactly $1,000.
All right, there you go. So there's your
Piece.
$1,000 piece, folks, right there on the screen. Okay, so the next price point they asked about is $2,000.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. 2000, I would might pick up one of the Oris's Diver 65s, and that one with the red dial. I think I've shown that before.
Okay.
Very cool, nice
Okay.
price point. That's the sweet spot for Oris.
Okay.
And of course, I'm focusing on things that we carry, and I
Well, you
carry
carry
because I
you
like them.
carry the
Yeah,
best, yeah. So
yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, so at $5,000, now we're up in Grand Seiko territory.
And what was the next increment? Was it 10?
10,000, yeah.
Okay, so 5,000. Definitely, it's going to be a Grand Seiko, and I'm taking a liberty to jump it up a bit and be in that range between 5 and 10. And right now, I would probably go for a Grand Seiko Winter
Okay.
SBGA 415 is what I'm
And
liking
how
very
much is
much.
that one?
That's 6,300.
Okay, now
But I would offer myself a nice discount, so
do
I
you
might
have it
be.
in stock?
I do.
Oh,
No, we just shipped one out, and I just have the summer and fall at the moment. We're expecting winter and spring replenishments shortly,
okay.
and we are taking orders on them. But our initial order popped out, I think, yesterday. We sold the last winter in stock.
There you
But
go. Okay.
beautiful watch. Yeah, I
All
like
right.
that watch.
And we've got a comment. The 3,000 mile oil change interval is a scam. Okay. Yeah, I think if you're running Mobile One, I think you can easily go 5 to 10,000 miles on
Mhm.
that oil change. The rule of thumb that I use is if the oil still looks really good on the dipstick and it hasn't lost any, in other words, if the vehicle's not using any oil,
Mhm.
then you can go longer on that interval. Once your car gets to the point where it's using oil, then it's harder on the oil. You get blow by, and that
Mhm.
causes more damage to the oil, so you're going to need to replace it more often. But yeah, most high quality cars in good shape, Toyota,
Mhm.
for example, you could probably easily go 5,000, 7,500 miles, something like that, and running Mobile One, you're good to go.
Mhm.
So let's see. Here's somebody says, I love the winter dial. I just purchased one last Friday,
Mhm.
and this is Subterranean Steve. You know Subterranean Steve?
Subterranean, Steve?
That's the
No.
handle here in this
Okay.
chat.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
All right, so there you go. So he's got a winter to be able to be subterranean. There you go.
Right.
That makes sense because it's dark and all that in the wintertime. All right, all right, so that answers. Well, did we answer the $10,000 question?
I didn't, and that would be a toss-up. Probably a Vermont, one of their limited editions, in that price point in steel. And I have a couple of very beautiful Speak Marins I've never shown that I might be tempted with titanium, by the way, and I'll bring them on
Are they
in
in
an
that?
upcoming show.
Are they in that price range?
Yes, well,
Okay.
yes, some of them. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the entry point for that brand.
Okay.
So that's it for me in those ranges.
Now, do you
So
have anything in stock that would be gold that would be 10,000? Or we're not quite there yet?
uh, a pre-owned, the
Okay.
Rolex, but that is now committed.
The day
So
date?
yeah, so we've had a little run on our Rolexes. So three are out the door,
Is the
and
Pepsi gone?
no, but we have some discussions.
Okay, so
But
that's
interestingly, uh, half the people who come in want to have their picture taken with it.
well, there you go. Well, there
Yeah,
you go. Well, it's a beautiful store, and get a picture
uh,
taken. What the heck? I mean, that's a
right.
you
With,
you
yeah,
you probably allow them to do it. You're a nice guy.
I take the pictures
Well, there
of it,
you go.
so
There
yeah,
you
it's
go.
fine. Yeah,
All
we
right.
have fun.
Just tell them make sure they tag Little Treasury on the social media, and then it's all good.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So which Rolexes do you still have in stock?
I have, of course, the Pepsi. I've got a 41 millimeter uh, date just
Okay.
with a dark rhodium dial, very nice. I have a little ladies date just 26 millimeter,
Mm-hmm.
and we sold the concentric yesterday and committed on the day date
Mm-hmm.
and something else. Oh, I had a vintage uh, tapestry dial date just that went also
Oh,
yesterday.
that was that the one you've had for a while?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
and
that was a decent deal. What was
it
the
was a
price?
decent
What was the
deal.
price on that one again? Remind me.
That was 4,500.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice piece.
Now
So
you had an older one previous to that. You had one that was even older, a date just. Remember? I
well,
think you had a
I've had a lot
1601 with the
actually.
engine turned bezel, didn't you? That was like a year ago. You
Yeah,
probably don't remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
they come and they go,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
we have
Okay.
had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, anything else on your distressed that you're going to show?
yeah,
Since
I
that's the
just
topic of the show.
I thought it was sort of a fun topic that here we worry so much about our finish on our Grand Seikos and whatever, and then folks are paying premiums for distressed
It
watches.
isn't just Grand Seikos. These people are just obsessed with scratches. I mean, I don't get
Right.
it. I mean, I buy my watches to wear. If they get a little scratch on it, I mean, that's fine. And I've never had a watch that just really got beat up. I guess I'm just not bumping my watch into metal objects often. But so
Right. So if you buy
this,
one like this,
yeah,
you're from the get-go, you're not going to worry about. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll
there you go.
still worry about the ones that you add.
Now, is
This
that bronze?
no, no,
Looks bronze.
it's not bronze. It's just a very weathered, sort of rusty look. This is the Schaumburg Steampunk
Okay,
uh, watch,
there you go.
back of the case. They do some interesting things, and every watch is different.
It certainly looks like it's brass or bronze or something. It's got to be something.
No,
It's got
no,
that
it's
color.
definitely not.
Because look at the
Definitely.
stainless steel back, the contrast between that and the case.
Okay. Well, maybe it is bronze.
It's something.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. But
It looks pretty cool. I like it.
yeah, but I'm not sure it is bronze. It might be some
It's
kind of an
something. Yeah, it's something.
anodized finish. It's not presented as
Another
bronze.
Steve in the
Yep.
house asked, "Do you list your pre-owned stock online?"
I get asked that all the time, and the answer is partially. Our little collection changes very frequently,
And the
and
best deals are off the books, folks. The best deals,
just
you talk direct to Steve and you get the deal before it ever even hits the website.
yeah, you can text us from on our website. There's a little symbol on every page. You can text us, say, "Hey,
Do you have
what
a
do you have?"
VIP? Do you have a VIP mailing list that people can get on and they can get
We
notification
can,
on some special stuff?
sure. So that if you sign up with us and you tell us what your interest is, and you can do it either through that texting function on our website, or there's a sign up form.
Mm-hmm.
You can identify what you're interested in, and when we do email
Yep.
blasts or other
And,
reach out with
and Steve
phone
has a
calls.
good memory for stuff like that. So if you reach out to him and let him know what you're looking for, he'll look out for you.
Yeah.
Todd says you look very dapper today, Steve. Is that a 4N hand knot?
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Todd. At some point in one of my feedbacks I've gotten was Steve needs to learn how to tie a Windsor knot. But
There's
I
a
was always
Windsor and
brought,
there's a double Windsor, right?
well, there's a single and a double,
Okay.
but this is a four in hand, and I was sort of brought up that gentlemen used four in hand knots, and
Okay.
uh, Windsor, especially double Windsors, were for
Peasants.
questionable folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
What do you use,
that's
Craig?
why I use that. I use a double.
But
Yeah.
you're a double, I
Yeah.
suspected. Yeah,
Exactly. So there you
different
go.
different stripes.
Exactly appropriate for me.
Right. So, okay, did I put that watch on? Okay, let's. This is the case of the steampunk, but I know it has the color, but it says steel case.
They've done something to it
So
to
it's
make it.
some kind of an anodized
Yeah.
finish of some sort, but um, not to be missing out on this. This is interesting. Um, this is in focus, not in focus.
Well, the
Uh,
plastic is hard to see through, but yeah,
well,
that
this
looks good. Right, that
plastic,
looks good
because
right there. Right there.
this
Perfect.
is bronze,
Hmm.
and this is a Mula Glasuta yacht timer
Sure.
in real bronze, and many of uh, these watches are packed in sealed plastic so that they don't anodize prematurely.
Yeah.
But they are expected to
Yeah.
tarnish according to your body chemistry and where
Sure.
you've been
Sure.
with the watch. So again, designed to age or be, quote, distressed.
Yeah.
Uh, and
My timeless razor is bronze, and it has achieved a really interesting
right.
patina on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's cool. I like that watch. I like the
yeah,
hands on it, nice and solid,
it's a
good
beautiful watch,
visibility.
actually.
That now are those pretty rugged? I mean, pretty reliable, and you haven't had
They
much
are. They are.
comebacks.
They're um, ETA movements,
Hmm.
highest grade.
Hmm.
They deconstruct them. They put in their own fine adjustment mechanism, their own rotor. They adjust them to 5 positions. Um, very well put together, very rugged. That's one of the hallmarks of this brand.
There you go, folks.
So very much designed for active lifestyles.
You want a heavy use watch? You got it right there.
Yeah,
It looks like a good size too.
it
It
is.
doesn't look
And
too thick.
no, it's not for what it is.
Yeah.
And I can't measure it, so don't
Mhm.
ask me because of the plastic.
Yeah, but it looks like
So
a good manageable size.
it is. So it's a cool watch. And so if you're worried about your watch getting scratched, you pick up one of these pre-cooked pieces. So that is pretty much it for the distressed. We can drop back for 1 minute to the Grand Seiko servicing and finishing.
Okay.
Uh, you can still have your watch sent to Japan for Zaratsu finishing. And the people here in the U.S. are being trained and are almost ready to go with Zaratsu. They have the equipment here.
Okay.
And uh, interestingly, the equipment used for Zaratsu finishing is about 50 years old in Japan,
Hmm.
and they've ordered new equipment here in the U.S. in the Seiko Service Center.
Okay.
So that will be available. That is not part of the finishing package that I mentioned, the light buffing
Hmm.
uh, of the complete Grand Seiko complete service. So that's sort of a la carte. And we don't have a price list yet for having that done in the U.S. I don't think they're ready to go. But they will do it a la carte. Things like for band only, case only,
Hmm.
case and band. We're talking roughly about $590 for case and band for, say, a spring
For
drive.
Zaratsu?
Yes,
Well,
in Japan.
that's not
In
bad.
Japan. And that can be bundled with servicing
Hmm.
also.
Sure.
So an example for 9R watch, case and band with servicing would be about $962.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Well, there you go, folks. Anybody asking about servicing, you got the scoop right there.
And this can all be done through an authorized dealer. And so if you're interested in either of these or any of these, you can reach out to us and we can facilitate it.
Now, did you put a link to littletreasury.com in the YouTube description? Is your
Did you
URL in there?
do you use the most recent one? I'm not sure what you're out on right now.
Well,
In
yeah,
terms,
I had to. The other one was expired. I
I
had to
know.
use it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I had it on that, and but I'm not sure if we're going to leave that up since it never ran.
Yeah, as long as you got the URL in there, that's good because
Yeah.
these people
So
these people are chomping at the bit. They want to get in touch with you, and so
right.
we've got to make sure they have every method to do that. Okay, so any other comments, folks? Because Steve's going to have to run. He started late to start with, so he's going to
Yeah.
have to get going. Let us know in the chat if you have any other comments. Anything else coming up? Anything in the pipeline? Any special shows coming up? Assuming you get your technical
Well, we're working
situation.
on it. We're working on the next step.
There's
We
a
have a couple of
Zodiac. Wow, look at that. That's a beautiful watch.
yeah. That's the new limited edition piece, Super Seawolf 68, the Andy Man
Hmm.
limited edition of
Okay.
186 pieces. Just got it in.
Okay. And you have
So
just one of those, huh?
at the moment, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I'm not sure if we will be able to get any more, but
Hmm.
that's new in the
Now
store.
that's is
And
that is that an integral bracelet?
it goes under the case. So
Oh no, it so it could
it's
be you could switch that out with a different bracelet. It's
absolutely,
just the way
yeah,
it's under the case. So you could
yeah,
it
yeah,
uses a standard pin and you could
yeah, just sort of
so you could
hidden
put a
under the.
strap on there if you wanted to.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
very nice piece. So with that, for those of you who waited for the original show, uh, sorry, we'll have to work on this video device that took us the wrong way today. And thanks to Craig for coming on and bailing us out. Any questions?
You'll
Contact.
probably just contact the folks at B&H and buy the latest version of that Video Pro and probably just replace your old one because you always stay with the latest and greatest anyway. So
Craig
that
always induces me to overspend on my technology. And oh, by the way, someone mentioned my Audio Technica earphones
hmm
last show, and
Yep.
I promptly lost them in the parking lot the next day.
No.
Yes.
How in the heck did that happen?
I put it in my car, and it's very dark where we park. It must have bounced off the seat, and very quiet in its little case. It must have just rolled under the car, and some lucky dude picked it up.
Oh
Isn't
my
that a shame?
goodness. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, I'll tell you, these Sonys that I have are not comfortable. I mean, I can wear them for a short period of time, but the way they press on my ears, like right now, I can feel them. I mean,
Well, you have really big ears, don't you, Craig?
that could be the problem. But
Right.
in any event, I would not recommend the Sonys. These are what a lot of people use in the
Hmm.
industry as for monitors. I mean, they're well known to be used for monitoring audio because
Right.
they give you the exact audio that you're hearing, that you're recording.
Mhm.
They don't modify it in any way. They don't add bass or anything
Yeah.
like that, right? So they're great monitor headphones, but they are not comfortable. And so I was tempted to get a different brand, but I don't wear them that much that I'm like. And also, I did a lot of research on it, and I saw reviews on the different ones that are available. And one guy would say they're comfortable, and another guy would say they're not. And I'm like, I just don't know.
That seems to be across all earphones. I've done the same research, and there's up and down all over the place.
Yeah.
But I
So,
like those Audio Technicas pretty well. They're fairly comfortable, not beautiful, that's for sure.
are you
But
going to get another pair?
I think I will. I got the wireless kind, so I was actually using them for uh, around the house as well as on the show. So it comes wired or wireless. And
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
monitoring, of course, wired.
Now, when you're using them wireless, you can use them with the phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And very good range.
Do
I
they
can
have a
be,
built-in mic built into them so you could do a phone
uh,
call?
it's only in the wire.
Okay. So when you're
Okay.
using
So
wireless, you couldn't take a phone call.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But interestingly, you can press one of the ear cups and do Siri. So there's something being picked
There
up.
must be a mic there somewhere
Yeah,
then.
but I'm not sure that I didn't see it that you could do a call.
Gotcha.
So, all right, but pretty nice. I probably will replace them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
well, there you go. All right, well,
okay.
folks, I
All
guess
right.
we're going to let Steve go, and
Okay.
because I don't see any new questions in here,
Okay.
and
Good.
just keep us posted on the next show,
I
and
will. And I'm going to pop off. Thank you,
mhm.
everybody,
All
and good
righty,
night. Yep.
take care.
Yep.
That's Steve live from Little Treasury. That's how that works. He came right on in live, and unfortunately, he had a technical problem with originating the broadcast there, so we had to get this emergency broadcast going and bring him in via Skype. So let's see now. I'm going to refresh and just make sure and just see if we got any new comments. Just refresh this here. There we go. All right, so it looks like we've got no new comments at all. Now, before I wrap up, have any of you all seen the photos that I posted on Flickr? The recent photos from the shoot with Brianna? Did you check those out? And let me know in the chat if you want me to show you. I can show you one of the photos if you want me to. I've got one of Brianna. I don't know if you guys have seen. I'm going to take these headset off. Is this Steve Sturbat? Well, he just left. We just had him on. He was just showing a bunch of stuff, and he just left. You came in late. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. So anyway, we did a photo shoot yesterday, and then we did some editing, and then we did some more editing this morning. Some stuff for Brianna, and when she was here, she said that she liked one of my Oxford sport coats, the one that is alpaca. She really liked that sport coat, and so I said, well, maybe we should take a picture of you wearing it. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I don't know if anybody's still watching or not. It says 24 people are watching. I don't know who's actually watching. Not much action in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you want me to show you this picture of Brianna wearing the Oxford sport coat. And I can tell you right now that sport coat never looked this good on me. So there's that. But anyway, let me know if I hear in the chat that you guys want to see it. I'll let you see the photo. But here's the thing. Nobody can complain if you do ask to see it. Nobody can complain that it's too racy a photo, or too smoking hot for the channel. So you can't complain about that. And Thomas, I don't know why Thomas came in late. He's got a wrench, but we'll give him a pass this time because nobody really knew what was happening because everything was in a state of flux because Steve couldn't get the broadcast going. He had technical issues and so on. So your clothes look better on her. Well, absolutely. So anyway, let me know if you want to see the picture of Bree wearing the Oxford sport coat. And if you do, I've got it spooled up here on the laptop. I can go ahead and show it. But I need to hear from you guys to see if you guys actually want to see the photo. And then if you do, I'll show it to you. We also took a picture of her wearing one of my Kenneth Gordon shirts. So we did that also. And we shot some videos. She'll be producing some videos. I did put up one video on my channel that we edited this morning. And Joel says, sure. He wants to see the photo. Okay, so we got a sure. All right. I guess we'll go with it then. I guess nobody's saying no. So let me go ahead and cut to this one and hear what you guys have to say. She said she really liked that material on that one. So there's the photo of Bree wearing the Oxford Clothes sport coat. And yeah, I think it looks better on her than it looks on me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? You think that looks better on her than it does on me? Went to the jewelry quarter in Miami this week. They must have to shovel them by the kilo into the window. Definitely made them look like more of a commodity than an investment. So there were a lot of watches, a lot of Rolexes. What kinds of watches? Okay, so that's Bree in the Oxford. That's that's made of alpaca. Alpaca. Okay. So let me know what you think about that, and let me know if you'd like to see the picture of her wearing my one of my Kenneth Gordon shirts. Let me know in the chat if you want to see that, and we'll show you that. But a lot of people say, and Todd says, marginally inappropriate, Craig. See, that's why I gave a warning, okay? I mean, you got to realize that there are going to be some extremely attractive females included in this channel. That's just the way it is. And so some people complain about that, and I say, well, you probably want to go watch another channel, because that you are going to see some extremely attractive females on this channel. So, and we might push the envelope a little bit here and there, but I think she looks pretty classy, to tell you the truth, in that Oxford. I think she looks pretty good. So there's that. Okay, so we got one marginally inappropriate, and so we got nobody saying they want to see the picture in the shirt. So let me refresh this, and then we're going to get ready to wrap this puppy up, because that's what we do. And the shirt picture reminded me of the Christine Keeler shot. Okay, all right. So let me see if I can find that one. Obviously, you've already seen it, but let me see if I can find that one. See if I can find the one that. I think he was talking about maybe he was talking about the one with it open, with the shirt open. Maybe he was talking about that one. We'll put that one up. Okay, here's the one with the shirt. She forgot to button the shirt up, folks. I mean, it's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. She forgot to button it up. I said, Brianna, you gotta button the shirt up. What the heck are you doing? But anyway, I like to see her jacketless. Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, there's a whole movement out there, folks. Free the nipple, right? There's a whole movement out there. I don't know why people are so uptight here in these United States. I mean, you go to the Riviera, right? They're all sunbathing topless and so on and so forth. And I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, people make a big deal. But like I say, those that are uptight can find another channel. That's how that works. Unless there are some other questions or comments, I'm going to wrap this puppy up, because I wasn't even planning on doing a broadcast. This was an emergency because Steve couldn't get everything working on his end. So we had to pipe up the broadcast here and bring him in via Skype. And that works pretty good. If you got good bandwidth, Skype brings through some pretty good quality. So that's how we're able to do that. And I'll wait and see if anybody has any questions before I wrap this up. All right, so I guess that's it. I guess we're going to have no more comments or questions, and we're going to wrap this puppy up. I don't even have the other camera, so I can't show the other watch or anything like that because I didn't set any of that up. So thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned. Hopefully Steve will get all the technical issues worked out, and he'll be doing another broadcast soon. Let's see here. I'm trying to, okay, I got to stop this broadcast and complete the event. Here we go.